Question I often get asked on the channel is what faction shall I start off with if I'm new to the game? And 9 times out of 10 I'll say the Tommies, just because I think they've got the best all-round mix of weapons and abilities on the game, and the pretty, the abilities and the weapons that they have are all easy to use. They're not difficult in any way. But one of those weapons is the Lee Enfield Mark III, which for me is without doubt the best rifle on the game. And of course, this is like very subjective. Everyone has their own opinion on what is the best rifle and their reasons for it, whether it be the historical accuracies of the weapon or the way it works and stuff. But for me, I honestly don't think the Lee Enfield Mark III can be beaten on this game, and I'm going to go into why. So for anyone that didn't know, the Lee Enfield is a 10-round bolt-action rifle, and that's actually one of the best things about this rifle straight away. It's the ammo capacity. I don't think there's any other rifle in Verdun or even in Tannenberg that has as much capacity as this weapon. Now, it's loaded in 2 5-round clips, so if you get into a sticky situation where maybe you've got loads of people spawning in front of you, you've got let's say a lot of Germans charging up to the trenches, you can really, you can get that quick reload in before you lay them 10 rounds off. And if you've got accurate fire, that weapon can be just as deadly as an MG, for example. So this is why I always actually tell people really they should learn how to use a rifle before they start firing MGs in Verdun, because a rifle with the accuracy that you can get from them can be way better than an MG, just because it's more adaptable as well. I mean, the fact that you can use it you can pin people down with it, but then you can also do CQB with bayonets and all that type of thing. So yeah, definitely the ammo capacity is a major positive for this rifle. And then what goes hand in hand with that ammo capacity is how quick the reload is. As I say, 2 5-round clips, and then the bolt itself is really quick in between each shot. Some of the rifles that you have on this game, you shoot, you have to reload you have to reload again, and it takes ages. I think some of the French weapons are really bad for reloading, but the Lee Enfield is really quick and it's really snappy, and it's perfect for medium, long, and short range firing. What takes this rifle further is how good the iron sights are and how clear they are. Now, a lot of people struggle with the iron sights on Verdun on different weapons, not just rifles, but revolvers and MGs and stuff, because there's a lot of difficult iron sights to use. And even some of the rifles that have scopes on when you're using a rifleman class for a sniper, for example, are really difficult to use. But the Lee Enfield doesn't have that. Although it's still difficult and it still takes time to get used to, it's one of the most clear iron sights on the game, and I think it's just as good as the Kar 98, and I think it's up there with the French rifles as well. So the accuracy plus the ammo capacity makes this weapon absolutely amazing and brutal at points. I mean, if you've got a lot of guys running at you and you can lay down that accurate fire, it's an amazing rifle to use. Now, one of the best things about the iron sights is because they're low down and they don't sort of circle over like some of the American iron sights do and some of the German ones. You can actually look above your weapon when you're firing, so you can spot targets moving in the background, so you can shoot one target and then you can zoom on to another. So it's got that, and again, it's perfect for beginner players. This is why I recommend the Tommies, because they've got these iron sights, and if you can get used to these iron sights, you can get used to any others on the game, but they're definitely great ones to start with. Another thing this rifle seems to do really well is shoot and be accurate without holding your breath. There's certain situations on this game where you don't have time to hold your breath. You've got like a 1v1 confrontation. It has to be quick, and it's all about who can get that first shot off accurately. And this rifle is really good at doing that, and it's a really important skill to have in this game. Obviously, you've got like exterior factors which play into that. It's not just the rifle itself; it's your settings, what settings you have on your ADS settings and all that sensitivity stuff. But this rifle seems to be able to handle that quite well in comparison to some of the others. I feel some of the other rifles on the game, maybe the GW for example, aren't as accurate, and you can actually hit fire with this weapon as well if you're not running too quick. So it's quite good for that type of thing. And I've noticed I've been able to hit fire with this weapon more than other weapons as well. Now, I don't know if that's just because I've played with the Lee Enfield more than any other weapon. That probably plays a factor into it as well. But as I say, if I compare this to the GW, you don't have to hold your breath to get an accurate shot as much. So for me, that's the reasons the Lee Enfield Mark III is the best rifle on the game. Again, going back to what I said at the start, is subjective. Everyone has their own opinions on which one's the best, and again, it comes down to your settings and how it works for you. Some people don't even like rifles at all. They prefer MGs and revolvers and pistols and stuff. But I'd like to hear your opinions. Either way, next week I think, or within the next few days, I'm going to look at other weapons in the game. So far I've looked at the Ross rifle, the MP18, the Lee Enfield Mark III, and then I'm going to look at the. I think I'm going to look at the BAR next, the American. I think it's an automatic, some sort of machine gun assault rifle type thing. So I'm going to look at that next and see how that plays on Verdun. Thanks for watching. Cheers.